Hi, my name is Latrice Medrano, and I'm talking about basically the struggles of things that happens in people's lives, and what people go through mentally and physically that holds them back or better their lives or helps them better their life to push forward. Some people have their ups, some people have their downs. Certain things, eliminate people from doing the things that they need to get done and do. And I'm gonna tell a little bit of the story about myself that back here, say years and years ago in the 80s. I was in a car accident with my mom and her two friends, and her two friends in the front seat decided to get into a fight on the highway. And when they got into the fight on the highway, a Florida orange truck, they went in the lane where a Florida orange truck was coming, and the Florida orange truck hit us. And when it hit us, it pinned us against the little rail on the highway. And right there on my side is where the truck smashed in the car, and I hit my head, and I hit my head really, really hard. All I remember little bits and pieces here and there, but I remember feeling pain and then didn't feel pain anymore. And by me being young, I would say if it happened to me now, I would think I'm dead and my spirit is looking over my body. But by me being young, I remember everyone saying I had just passed out. I was screaming and then I passed out. When I came to, I had big old metal pieces stuck in my leg where it had to help me learn how to walk all over again. I didn't remember my name. I didn't remember who my mom was. I didn't remember anything. So for a while, for therapy, I had to go and stay with in-laws. Well, they was like in-laws. They was friends of the family in California. I stayed out there for a while. And when I stayed out there for a while, they basically was teaching me, because I was disabled, how to walk, how to eat, how to hold a pencil, how to think all over again. And everything that I ever learned and knew how to do, I didn't know how to do it no more. And I never was able to progress to get back to where I used to be. So I sit there, growed up, went to school, little bits and pieces, will come here and there, and I can skim through, learn a lot, get through everything that, the teacher was teaching me and be on top of the charts, be, earn a student. And then there was times and moments where for months in that I just forgot everything that I just learned. And I always had that problem where it came to figuring out things with, like I say, math or things like that. I could remember how to do algebra. I can remember how to do calculus and all the other extra stuff. But then there was some months I come to school and the teacher give me a test and I can remember nothing. And at first, like, oh, you're just tired. You just need to go home. And I thought that for a minute, but got a scan done and it showed the mass that was what was the matter with me, and it was due to the injury that's there for life. The reason why I'm telling this is because I sit back sometime and I watch people that used to be my friend or was my friend at that time, and see they little inside jokes they would say. I sometimes get on social media and I see like inside things of people making about different things. It's not about who you are and you like to speak your mind. It's about you picking, you being mean. And that's part of being a mean girls club or a mean person club. And it's like people's entitled to their own opinion. But you can't say you stand up for something and when you're being just like that person or those people that's picking or bothering other people or making from someone feel low. If you got to make someone feel low, you got to make someone feel dumb, you got to make someone feel all this extra, all the stuff people do to get on your skin, then it says a lot about your character, who you are. And I feel sorry for you because someday you're going to be old and someday everything you do to that person is going to happen to you and in the worst way. And you're not going to be able to do nothing about it. And that's going to be your karma coming back on you. Mark my word, karma exists out there. It exists every day. For instance, a lady sat there and, was being mean to someone and thinks she didn't do nothing wrong. Just thought, I'm me. I do whatever I want. And I say about the end of the day, she got her karma back. Something from a store window, one of the warehouse windows in Zion, fell down on her car. And when she didn't have no car, she didn't have insurance, she didn't have none of that. And she just said, oh my God, why is that? Oh, now you call on God when you're just sitting there being a jackal. You're just being a jerk. So that's one of my point that I'm making today, is to just sit there and think about, analyze what you're doing. Analyze how you treat people. Analyze, I understand everybody get busy. Everybody got their own issues going on in their world. But sometimes don't say, if a person would have just called and asked, I would have been there. Or when the person is gone from this earth, now you say, if I would have been there, I would have done this better. I would have did this better. We all say that. But it's about reaching out sometime when you ain't heard from somebody. Let's go grab coffee. Coming by, seeing how a person is doing, or just saying hi, or being nice. Not always being so critical, judging somebody or correcting someone, how they talk, how they speak, how they spell, what they understand it. Get to know a person's background before you go judging, because someday it might come on you, and if it don't hit you, it might hit your kids. Something might happen to one of your kids. And I'm not saying it in a bad way, because I ain't the person, I don't jinx nobody, but I pray every day. I pray for God to hear my prayers, but someday God sees everything. Just remember that God sees everything. And you might be hurting someone's feeling that don't know how to deal with peer pressure and know how to deal with any of that pressure that a person is putting on them. My incident, I have my good days and my bad days, but it don't make me stupid. I'm smart as hell. I've been out on my own since I was 18. I handle my own bills. I handle on taking care of my 2 kids while I work a job and while I went to school. And I did all that on my own. No one had to force me to do anything. I took care of my brothers and sisters. I helped my mom take care of my brothers and sisters. And yes, my mom was hard as hell. And sometimes we see eye to eye and sometimes we don't. But that's just life. But it's still the point of matter. I had food on the table.